went into Cincinnati, made ourselves a Skyline chili sandwich.
Oh, that's disgusting.
I don't know. It's more.
You don't like chili dogs?
No, just keep.
Well, I made a
Go
sandwich.
ahead, sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
Sandwich.
I don't know. We grabbed 2 fumbles, stymied Joe Burrow, who threw for 164 yards, and is not healthy, everybody. I told you that. Here's Jamar, who had 6 targets.
I feel like we always start like that. You know what I'm saying? Especially the first game of the year. I feel like we should do better by now.
How do you fix that?
Turnover battle today, especially.
But even being flat, I feel like it seems like y'all talked about it for months, only to come out that same way again, same way we've seen it for some years. Why do you think y'all haven't put your finger on it to fix that issue?
I don't know, man. Ask Zach, bro.
I mean, I have some ideas.
Okay.
You didn't practice all offseason, and your quarterback's hurt.
He's, hold on. What evidence whatsoever do we have that Joe Burrow's hurt? I'm just curious.
Okay, can I flip it on you? What evidence do we have that Joe Burrow is healthy?
Everything he has said, everything the team has said.
Oh my goodness.
His
Well, if he
training
said it,
camp
well, he told me
schedule.
his calf was healthy last year.
No,
he
hold
said
on.
his calf.
But
he
we
was
knew
good.
his calf was
Wait a
in.
moment.
His wrist is not 100%.
Says who?
Says me.
Okay, see, so I think
He's had
that is.
bad
Listen,
games
I
before.
don't.
He was grabbing his wrist, moving. He's like, okay, is there any other quarterback playing basketball before the game to loosen up his wrist?
So
He's taking wrist precautions that we don't normally see. In the broadcast, he's doing his wrist a little bit. Look, I'm on hobble watch. I'm on a little bit of wrist watch.
Wait, can I ask you a question
Yeah,
about
you
that?
go.
Do you think Dak's ankle is still hurt?
No.
Okay, he's taking precautions other guys aren't. He's wearing a walking boot when he goes deep sea fishing.
You don't tell me that. I'm on hobble watch.
I know. So I think there's a
Front page
difference between maintenance from. So I don't want to
Right,
get
maintenance
sidetracked.
from an
Maintenance
old
because of an injury.
Okay, can we go back to the graphic? I'm sorry, we got kind of sidetracked.
Yeah.
The graphic that we just showed, the issue with his calf was he couldn't throw the ball down the field. Yeah. Under 10 yards yesterday, he was 18 for 23. 10 or more air yards, he's 3 for 6. It's the 4th fewest attempts.
So
attempts
can I
of
say
all
I don't
quarterbacks.
think that's an injury thing, Wilds.
Okay.
I think that's a no T Higgins out there thing.
Oh, how many? You got Jamar Chase.
I know. Hold on, buddy. I don't know why you're getting mad at me. Let me explain
I'm just saying
what
you
I'm
need
thinking.
2 number ones
No,
to throw the ball down the field much as Gardner Minshew.
Wait, so I think that might be a problem for the Bengals.
Yeah.
I think that. So I don't think there's anybody outside of Cincinnati that has been over the last few years a bigger Joe Burrow advocate than me. You know, I fought about the Josh Allen versus Joe Burrow. This offseason I fought about Lamar versus Joe Burrow. I am not a Joe Burrow hater by any measure. And I think saying, oh, he's hurt, lets him off the hook and lets the Bengals off the hook.
Okay.
This is supposed to be the biggest layup on your schedule. Now, maybe the Patriots will go surprise all of us.
There's a little bit of that.
We should give Gerard Mayo some credit.
Yes, sure.
Oh, that's coming up.
And we'll see what they turn into. But even if the Patriots are better than we expect, it's still a rookie head coach, a journeyman quarterback in week 1 in your building.
Yes.
And for you to step on this early season rake again, which is one of the reasons you haven't been able to get over the hump, is your home playoff games end in the wild card round every year when you make it. And we can show you what the Bengals are in Joe's career the first 2 weeks versus the rest of the year. First 2 weeks, they're awful and he's awful. And I love Burrow, but that's undeniable. And Wilds, yards per, he hadn't been hurt every year to start the season.
No, but he's hurt. So rookie year, you're a rookie.
No. Okay, yeah,
Right,
go
rookie
ahead.
year, you're a rookie, and you're a rookie. So that's that. Last year, he's hurt.
Yeah.
And this year, he doesn't. I'll say this. I'll retract, take annulment. I will retract the fact that he's hurt. To my eye test and the statistic, or just watching that game, he does not look like scary Joe Burrow. Remember when you do your take, like, I'm not scared? We're winning. I'm like, oh, they can't move the ball at all. Maybe the defense and Christian Gonzalez is just so good, but he does not look like old school Joe Burrow.
So, if I may just quick before I go to you, Brew, the other issue to me that I'm not ready, it's not ready to panic in Cincinnati for me, someone that has him in the AFC Championship game. But I cannot overstate the importance of this year because I think we all know this is the last year with Higgins and Chase together, not with either of them, with them together. We don't have a real reason to believe this franchise is going to operate at the cutting edge. And Jamar Chase, Brew, to me, is a simmering pot to watch all year. They decided not to pay him.
If they're losing games, I think he's going to get worse.
And so I just think, though, I think that all of a sudden, are they in a must-win week 2, which, by the way, is in Kansas City? Is that the spot the Bengals have found themselves in? Where they're in a must.
You think that's a must?
I'm asking.
I mean, like a little. I don't. Not a little. Obviously, we might do the must win.
Yeah.
No, but they have
literally no.
Commanders, Panthers, Ravens, Giants. So they can come out 3-3.
But if you, I guess what I'd say is this: if you lose your home game to the Patriots, I'm not ready to say any game. Oh, that's a definite W.
That's right.
I'm sorry.
Panthers?
Maybe the Panthers. No, but that's in Carolina. Home for the Patriots is easier than in Carolina, I think. Just because.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, the Patriots, Brew, we thought 48 hours ago might be worse than Carolina.
At least they have a defense.
We thought, yeah, that's fair.
We knew
but
they
go
had
ahead.
a defense. I'm with Nick. It's not time to panic. 0-2, 3 of Burrow's previous 4 years. Now, as you showed, he's clearly a slow starter, but they've made the playoffs 2 of those 3 years where they started 0-2.
Yeah.
The last 2 years they've done it. Next week, I want to see that before I'm ready to panic. And I don't expect them to beat the Chiefs. If they lose to the Chiefs, though, again, 0-2, this is what they do. But that division is so tough. And look,
that division
Justin
right
Fields
now
wasn't phenomenal, but Pittsburgh is Pittsburgh.
That's right.
And they're going to be tough. I mean, they're going to be tough to beat. And Burrow's 1-5 historically against the Browns. 1-4. Well, 1-4 against Baltimore. 1-5 against the Browns.
Sorry.
So no division game is a layup for them or a sure thing for them. And here's the out-of-division games they have, Nick. Obviously, Kansas City, Philadelphia. They're at Dallas. And they're at the Chargers, who looked pretty good yesterday in their win. So I do think that this is a year. I mean, I'm not on panic mode yet, but I'm watching. And I'll throw this out to you too, Nick. Burrow, you mentioned no T. Higgins. We're getting to the point where outside of Mahomes, what quarterback are you pointing to saying if he don't have his weapons? Because we always talk about this with Brock Purdy. But I'm like, Burrow didn't have T.
Josh
Higgins.
Allen yesterday
He looked good, but he threw for like 230.
Which yesterday
and he looked great
third
running.
in the league.
Right, and he's very efficient.
Good,
They're not throwing as much. He's just being efficient. But what quarterback consistently is going to put up huge numbers without his guy?
I said that about Mac Jones last year. You guys laughed at me.
Okay, you got to fold your Mac Jones.
By the way, Patriots are back,
That
everybody.
doesn't even start.
Dusty, how much time do we have?
10 seconds.
10 seconds?
Yeah,
Okay, great.
You
well,
didn't
we
even
ran
pick
for
the
170
Patriots.
yards. We controlled the line of scrimmage. We had 9 more minutes of time of possession. Turnovers, we took 2, didn't give away anyway. Toughness at the end of the game. Did you read this report? Patriots players said, take them to the hill. I said, what does take them to the hill mean? At the end of practice, they're running up a hill. So they claimed that they were tougher, that they had more energy than the Bengals. Take them to the hill. Oh, we got a team identity again.
To get those 6
Patriots are back.
Drive for 5.
Drive for 5 or more.
This win makes the drive for 5 official.
We're 20% of the way to our goal.
Exactly right, yeah.
Defense is good. Jacoby looks good.
They get in the stadium, dude. Out there like bowling kegs with Donovan. Micah dominated an overwhelmed Brown squad. 9 pressures, 5 QB hits, 4 tackles, and a tip ball that led to an interception. Cowboys put up 33. Here's Mike McCarthy.
Excellent win, especially going on the road, coming up here with a great football environment. I thought we started the first half, thought we played well, did little things. Second half was sloppy. So good win. Anytime you win by, 3 scores, and you have a lot to correct. So that's where we're at. But, we talked about being a better road team, and we got off to a good start.
Okay. Cowboys, most pressures under Mike McCarthy, so this is more of a Mike Zimmer thing, but Mike McCarthy gets the credit on the graphic, as does Micah Brew. It's time for our debut grade of the year. I'm excited. What grade are you giving
Professor
the Cowboys?
Broussard.
Well, first of all, am I the only one that feels like Mike McCarthy was talking to Jerry Jones? We said we won by 3 scores. Just let him know, hey, we went to a playoff team last year, won by 3 scores. But I'm not calling them a playoff team. So let me see what the grade.
Oh, they went to the playoffs.
But it's a new season.
It's a new.
So first of all, regular season game.
Does this?
And the Cowboys usually are great in regular
Not
season
on the
games,
road,
right?
usually.
But they won 12 in the last 3 years, so check. Tomato can.
No.
With Deshaun Watson, I hate to say it, with Deshaun Watson at quarterback, the Browns are tomato
You
cans.
had them as the best division
I had
in
them
football,
finishing, yeah,
third,
but I had them
and
finishing last. I had them
switched.
finishing last.
Okay.
Pittsburgh third. So tomato can.
You had them in the playoffs.
Check.
I knew he was going to do this.
So the Cowboys is a regular season game that, it doesn't mean as much as, their big games. Against the tomato can, they did what I expected.